Hey all, Hertz here. Welcome back to episode 5 of the last rail book. In the last episode, we uh, got stone up here up and running. I have since connected it to the bus, and it's ready to go for the stone brick smelting and landfill, which will go right about here. We're going to also set up a rail station here and then connect the rail network around and back to here. And we'll set up a pack station for the iron smelter and the steel smelter. If we get to it, we might even be able to get in steel smelting. Um, in between episodes, I just added some things to the bus down here and just connected everything up. All right, so let's get to. I've put a bunch of things in the train already. Um, where are we? I'm gonna do that and I don't know that we're gonna need these stone bricks anymore. We have um, we're going to set up the smelting for stone bricks in a second, so I can just grab them from right down there. I'll set up another little thing where we can dump everything into a box so I can lay down a lot of stone brick at a time. But what we will need is a bit of landfill, because there's a lake at the end of the bus. So uh, let's go ahead and set those two things up. I'm just making a little bit of uh, red belt. Let's just get the remainder of things here that need to be researched. I think that's about it until we get to oil. Okay, what don't I need? Alright, for some reason my inventory feels quite cluttered. I'm gonna get you, and you, and we should be ready to go. So I don't, in the base book, I don't have the smelter for stone brick. It's the same as the other smelters, with one little caveat, which is it's only half as long because it takes 2 stone to make 1 stone brick. So um, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 4. Yeah, I'll put a 4 wide space between them, and this is going to be to do the pull for the stone to come up to the top of the smelter and go into each of these, and the coal will just run through. So, but what I do need to do is cut this in half, so that's 48. So I only need 24. So I need to do that and that. Now we need to... We need to do the poles. It's going to be on this row. This row. Alright, so this is going to be for... These are going to dead end into here, and their outputs are going to replace these two items in this line. That one. That. Just jump across. Jump across. And now... Alright. Now the output for those will come here. I gotta get all this stone off the line. I kind of forgot that we weren't gonna use it. There's actually stone down here too. I'll have to get that in a minute. Are you blinking at me? Stop it. You. And you. Okay. But over here, I'm going to need to do a pull from the line. And this is just going to take the landfill put it in a box over here. For the time being, I'm just going to use those. I could use a stack inserter in the future. Put you on landfill and just fill up the box. But I have all the stones, so let me... Better yet, just do that. I have some on me already. Alright, I'm gonna run down here. and pick up any of the stone that's on this belt. So all these belts should be... This belt should have nothing on it down here, but... Another belt. That will have stone brick. These two will have stone brick. Now I just need to hook up power and coal, and stone brick will be on its way. All right. So those two are done. I want to work on the railroad. So it's going to be this chunk right there is going to be the start, or the cross. So I'm going to explain how to do a removal of a chunk. Basically what you want to do is you want to leave the big electric pole. If you pick up this big electric pole, you have to replace this chunk and this chunk. If you happen to do it. So I'll show you an example of what happens when I do it. So if I just pick that up and replace it with the cross that I'm going to use for this, you'll notice the green and red circuit wire that should go from here to here is missing. And the reason why it's missing is because this pole was deleted. So the way to fix that, this is if you do happen to delete it, is you have to replace this and this and anything that touches it, or any area where the big pole got picked up. So let's get rid of some of that junk in my inventory real quick. I'm not going to be using red belt at the moment. Okay, but we're going to go on a little drive here. You know, I might as well just take the train to do this. Stop flashing at me. So we're going to start by going that way. The station should go kind of right about here and here. So just kind of measuring out, we should go about probably 2 more chunks forward and put a cross. I'm gonna jump out and do a little bit better of a job here of guessing. So yeah, I'm gonna place this station which will be the green circuit station. This is I need a 2 private. Actually, it doesn't even need to be private. Oh wow, that's super close. I guess I will just do that. The reason why this doesn't need to have private sidings is because it's going to be for the same item. So both of these are going to be green circuit stations. So I'm just going to create a pack station here. I'm going to call this packs of bus. I'm going to give... Well, I'm going to do one of the T's here. It's in the 2-rail book. There it is. Make sure this doesn't run into... You know what, I'm going to go one further out so I don't run into coal up here. Because... there. And then I'm going to place another one right next to it for the other station. And this station will have its own sidings. So this is the... See, this is called the 1-4 unloaded X2 private. That's this one. You can tell the difference. They have private sidings. If you like, each unload station has a private siding. So I do want that for this one, since it will have different materials. Oh. Whoops. I'm gonna keep that up there, because otherwise I won't have an ability to get... Never mind. I'm gonna pick that back up and place it down again. One chunk closer. And then we'll put a single straight there. Oh, a bunch of inserters. I'm not worried about the inserters at this point. I'm more worried just about the rail. Looks like we're out of lights as well. Well, I should just drive this bit in the train. Give me a sec. Alright, now I'm putting the second cross. So there are 2 crosses in the book. This cross is a little bit throughput limited. So I have it over in front of the copper because the only traffic that's going to go south from there is going to be me and a PAX train going to the base. But this other cross here, the cross V2, has a better throughput rating. So I'm going to use that on the ends here. And this will connect to, it, you know, might connect to this. There's this copper up here. Anything that's going that way, this will connect to. And then right about here, we'll have a similar thing going both directions here. So let me jump back in the train. I'm running low on track, so I'm just going to grab everything in there. Place all the lights that are missing, and I missed the turn, but maybe that's a good thing so I can place the rest of this track. Okay. I'll label those stations in a minute. And explain the labeling scheme again. I explained it earlier, but I'll re-explain it. Okay. I'm gonna run over and drop the station for iron ore smelting. That will be right around here. I want to make sure I have enough space to, you know, get, I'll probably, when this runs out, I'll have to move a balancer over here. So I'll make it with enough space for that. I'm going to go, yeah, I'll go with this station. So there'll be 2 unloading stations, but they won't have private. I'm gonna move this back one because I'll need a little bit more space than that. And then right above this will be a T. Alright, this is going to be a problem. So these first... So this lane, this lane, this lane, and this lane are all going to be blocked. Well, at least this lane is going to be blocked by the power pole here. I'm just going to put these down, but the rightmost side of the power pole is going to go there. And so I can't go down and go up and go back down again. So I have to go around this power pole. So power pole is going to be there, but then the rail. Oh, what can I use to? The rail is in these two chunks, or grid squares. So each of these lanes have to move over two, at least for this group of four. They can go touch this and then come back. So I'm gonna go. Do something like that. That is, I need to go one further back. Jeez. And you are going to go. To go. That. It looks like I missed by one down here too. Alright. Let's just pick all of you up. Okay. That, with any luck, will work. Any luck that's other than bad luck. And now, oh, I'm just gonna hand place those, because if I put a ghost down, it doesn't pick up that little bit of colon between in the belt. Alright, so there. Now, when I place a straight rail here, that should work. And that works. Look at that. So, as promised, I will place a T here, which will allow us to get kind of out of this area. And now when we're working on this side of the bus, I can just say, come over here. Oh. Oh no. Why not have me steal? Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, Margie. Okay, I will have to place this later. Oh, the way that I can place this later is if I put down a radar right here. Now, if I can place this from outer space with a long and far reach. Yeah, there's a station missing there too. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just have us go over to Copper. I'm gonna add a station for the PAX top of bus. Wait condition of passenger present. Time past 20 minutes. And set that to or. Now I can just have the train kind of easily ferry us around the map. The car is kind of down here. Let me pick that up real quick. Nothing in it. Put a little setup right here and here to pick up. Oh, of course, I dumped all of my steel. Well, if that's the case, what I'm going to do is just place down the steel smelting over on this side. Probably going to have to clear a bunch of junk. Apparently I shouldn't have taken the train over here. I should have just driven over. But what I will do is send... Oh, there's no train stop. Alright, I'm going to take the... and that. Because the steel smelters use... They might use these poles too. Steel smelters... Just in my blueprint. I should switch the blueprint. I'm going to write this down. Steel smelter... in yellow belt. Because they're set up to use the steel furnaces. I don't think they're set up to use red belt, but they're definitely set up to use the steel furnaces, which is a little problematic. Just, I mean, it's not problematic, it's just that if you don't know, you need steel instead of stone. That's problematic. Okay. So I think the only upgrade for this is the belt. So I need to be 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coal's not lined up. There it is. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spaces and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Let me just draw the... I don't have stone brick. So I'll just put a radar down here. Okay. I'll connect coal up, except I don't have any more yellow belts, so let me pick that up. That's a bunch. Okay, most of the belt is out. What isn't out are these 2 electrical poles connecting both sides. Let me just go 1, 2. Alright, now both sides are connected. Oh, I'll just put one of these in between. Actually, I'll line it up right there, and then replace that. Alright, now the radar's up. So in the future, I will be able to drop things from, outer space over here. And I guess I'll save this for later. I will... Oh, let me grab the belt. I will bring over stone brick over there and draw a little path around the steel smelting setup. I should do one over here for stone too. The stone smelting setup is small. I believe that's called alliteration. One, two, three. And I'm not going to do more than this because I need a bit more landfill to be able to, start pushing this back. What I'll end up doing is I will put our nuclear power plant. We'll probably have just one of them, but it will be over here, pulling directly from the lake that's below us. Alright, I probably have a little bit left, but that's fine. Um, uh, well, why not? I'm gonna make a little space for me to put any extra back. So if we go to about here and come up. Oh my god, I've been doing this over and over. My mouse does not stay on the spot that it's at. It has like this little drift to it. I swear it's not me. It's super annoying. But even if I just like take my hands off my mouse, it will just slowly just kind of meander over to the right. It's super annoying. The problem is I love the ergonomics of the mouse. So that's why I have not changed it. Okay. Let's get the junk out of here. I'm looking at you, wood and coal. Said I was going to put that back and I didn't. What else can go in here? I'm not sure how many more smelters we need. But I'm going to run back to the base and let's see. We need some things for like stations. What's over here? We're missing a bunch of these steel furnaces, so I'll pick up as many of those as I can. Let's see. I think I have enough rail for the time being. Our next kind of quest is there is a so what I like to do for my copper circuits, or my green circuits, is find a copper ore and an iron ore patch that are near each other. And then what I do is just make a dedicated smelting line for each of them, and then make kind of like a mini bus that just feeds into green circuits. And that setup will produce so 8 copper lanes, or no, 8 iron lanes and 12 copper lanes make 8 green circuit lanes in this setup. So I will put together a mini bus and then set up the factory to create those green circuits. And then that will feed into a station that will bring those over to the top of the bus. And we already set up the consumer station at the top of the bus. We just need to set up the provider side and the factory to do it. So I'm going to start getting things ready for that. That's going to take a bit of work here. We do, in fact, need a bunch of miners for that. So I'll get to work that. Let me put the rest of this coal in this chest for the train. The rest of the stone can just go down there. But yeah, so I've got a couple more steel furnaces. Put those in there. I need more red belt. I'm gonna need a couple of balancers down there. I think a total of 3. And one of them's gonna be a 16 wide balancer because there isn't a 12 wide balancer that works with red belt. I've already obviously thought this through a little bit. Um, so I'm going to get to work on making some red belt. Five, 10, 5, 10. Get all of you going. We do need a few more of those. And we need miners. We're gonna need probably 600. Oh, I need a couple stations, so I need steel. Yes. Back there, I'm just gonna put, well, 3 of those so that they're full stacks. I get 2 of those, 1 of the chain signals. What else is around? Oh, I do need a bunch of fast inserters. I think I need fast inserters for the green circuit build. So let me grab a bunch of those. And I also need a bunch of these. The assembler 2s. I'm sure I'll need more of these lights. Alright. I think we're looking pretty good. The rail is in the car up there. I'm gonna jump in here. I need to place... Let's go to copper smelter. But I need to place this PAX station up here. Call this PAX iron smelting. Oh, and I need to add it to the add station PAX iron smelting. Add weight condition, passenger present. Time past 20 minutes. And set that to and. I'm going to just... Let's see, get rid of some of the things in here. We'll probably want some stone brick, well, for that other station. So actually, I'm going to just pick up the car. We'll see I may have to drive around when we get out there, but I'm gonna switch this to automatic. And we're gonna go over you know, I'm just gonna go over to the iron smelting and drive over here. We're gonna need to get electric poles because we're gonna hit this patch, and there's a copper patch, look, right over here. There are actually two. So we're gonna create mining patches for both of those, or all three of those, and then they're all gonna fill into individual smelting columns. So this is gonna take a minute. But in the meantime, I'm gonna need a ton of the stone, the stone smelters. Let me just quick grab a bunch of stone here, which I don't have a lot of space in my inventory, obviously, because it's filled with everything else in the world. I get rid of some. Oh, I should just do this all in one spot. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that'll be a good start. We'll need more than that, I'm sure. But this is going to take multiple trips, so let's get over there, and I can show you what I'm talking about. So we will... First step is to get this, get a mining setup on this, and get smelters right in front of it, right here. So let me jump on out, grab the car, put the things that we'll need in the car, like fuel, a whole ton of miners, those, do I don't have inserters, sure don't. Well, we will fix that. This would be nice. The mining setup uses the smaller electrical poles. So let's just get in there and go. I'll have to clean that up so I can just kind of easily travel here. Step one is clean up this 3x3 chunk area. And then we're going to open up the leftovers, which has the mining in it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be kind of a thin last line. It's going to be more like 7.5 lines of iron ore. So let's get the transport belt in. And then after this, we're going to set up the smelting columns. I'm going to grab another several chunks here. Let's just call it about that big. Okay, I'm going to put down a balancer. This will be an 8 to 8. I'm just going to call that right about there. We'll do this bit. And then we're going to need 4 plus 2, so that's 6. I'm just going to say about 10 ahead. I'm going to start putting down the smelters. Oh, I'm going to flip this because our coal, we'll pull the coal for this from down here. We have 2 extra lanes for coal down here, so that's nice. Why am I doing this in God mode? Alright. One, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, I'm just gonna call it there. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll just make a little gap in between. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just call that steel smelting. Gonna use undergrounds here. Well, I'll just use this stone brick. And since this is the edge, get out of there. I hate doing that. One, 2, 3, 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing? Jeez. Let's get the underground belts going. That should work for all of them, and now it should be a straight shot in. Alright, and now let's get. Yep. Alright. Oh. Jeez. I can just do that. And that. I forgot they were in the trunk. And that's what I'm gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk. Here we go. Now I just need a ton of inserters. Still need some electrical poles. Probably fix some of that right now. We can do this. Got that from outer space. Okay. Dump the rest of this stone brick that I have. We'll make a little. Oh, I don't know how the bus is gonna go up here. There's the copper. Just gonna do that. Get as much of it down as I can. Let's go back. I'm going to just go pick up some landfill and try to get the rest of this belt, the yellow belt, out of my inventory. do that. Turn back, take as much as I can. Alright. We're going to drop this in a way to progress the bus as far as we can. So blow this up to be one chunk. Get that, and then see how much space I have for the rest of this. How much landfill I have left. Yeah, look at that. I can get a whole nother jump. Yeah, I didn't figure that'd go much further. So let me belt that I have in there, and let's put this back to the bus and continue. Sending this onwards. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up here. Let's see, we're just at about a little over an hour. So what we did in this episode was we just added onto the bus. We got the rail set up, this whole rail system set up. We got steel put down. Oh, I have steel items still in my inventory. We got this iron ore set up and a smelter set up here for the green circuits. In between episodes, I'm going to continue to put this belt down, and then I'm going to come fix all the steel smelters here. And then also fill in anything that's left here. And then I might get started a little bit on the mining up here. They're two big things, so I'm going to need a ton of miners to get that going. So I will work on that in between episodes. Thank you all for picking up what I'm putting down. We'll see you next time on episode 6 of The Last Railbook.